Okay, kids, this is a little thing about solving rational equations. I know it is not too fantastic, but it is a lot of algebra, which if you're taking an algebra course, this is right up your alley. So let's talk about what to do when we're solving rational equations. Okay, so the main thing here is you're trying to get one fraction on one side and another fraction on the other side. Okay, one thing on the left and exactly one fraction on the right. Because if two fractions are equal, then you cross multiply and you can solve for whatever variable it happens to be. Sorry, I just walked away for an hour and now I'm back. So let's see. The point is to get one fraction on one side and then cross multiply and solve for the variables. Okay, so let's do a couple of examples. Hopefully some of them are like your problems that you're going to do on your paper. So let me see, make it a little bit larger for you. Here we go. So notice we have 1/4 plus 1/5 equals 1 over t. So on the left side we have two fractions, and on the right side we already have one. So we're going to try and combine these two fractions into one. So just like we did a little while ago, we're adding fractions together. In order to add fractions, we have to have the same denominators. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take care of our denominator stuff real fast like. We need to multiply this side by 5 over 5. We need to multiply this side by 4 over 4. Okay, so I'm not messing with the 1 over t. That's perfectly fine already. All I'm doing is I am fixing these two fractions so that I can combine them into one. So 5/20ths plus 4/20ths equals 1 over t. Now I can add these two together. That's 9/20ths equals 1 over t. So now I have one fraction and one fraction. I solve these by cross multiplying. So over here I'm going to have 9t equals 20, and my last step is to divide by 9. So t is 2 and 2/9, whatever that is as a decimal will be a perfectly fine answer. Okay, so that's how we do it in a nutshell. We want to make one fraction on one side of the equal sign and one fraction on the other. Okay, and we do that by making sure we have the same denominators. So let's move over here to number 2. Well, let me leave that there, I guess. So here on number 2, we have a fraction minus another fraction. So once again, I have to make this into 1. So I'm going to multiply by the other one's denominator. So by 5 over 5 here. Multiply by 4 over 4 here. So I get 5 times x plus 2 over 20 minus 4 times x minus 1 over 20 equals 15. Okay, so let's do some distribution. We have 5 times x is 5x plus 10, distributing in here. Okay, I'm going to have a minus 4x and a minus 4 times minus 1, which is a plus 4. Okay, be sure when you have a minus that you're actually distributing that minus. Over 20 equals 15. So combining my like terms, 5x minus 4x is 1x plus 14 over 20 equals 15. Now we can make this 15 into a fraction simply by dividing it by 1, since that doesn't really change anything. So now we can cross multiply and we can solve this for x. So let's see, x plus 14 equals 20 times 15. Let's see what that is. 20 times 15. That's 300. So subtracting 14 from both sides, x equals 286. Okay, would be the value for this one. So once again, get one fraction on the left side, get one fraction on the right side, cross multiply, and we're done. Okay, so here's a couple more examples. We have two fractions on the left that we have to add. We have two fractions on the right that we have to add. So we're going to multiply by their alternate denominators. So we times this one by x over x. We times this one by 2 over 2. So we have an x plus 2 over 2x on the left side. Let's see, change colors. I'm going to multiply this one by 3 over 3. Multiply this one by x over x. So I get x plus 9 over 3x over there. Okay, so once again, you want to combine so you have one fraction on the left and only one fraction on the right, because now we can cross multiply and solve this. So 3x times x plus 2 needs to be equal to 2x times x plus 9. Okay, distributing into here, 3x squared plus 6x equals 2x squared plus 18x when I distribute into here. Okay, let's combine our like terms. So we'll subtract this over to here. Minus 2x gives you 1x squared. Okay, I'll subtract my 6x over to here, and that gives me 12x. Okay, so now we have x times x equals 12 times x. So we'll divide both sides by x. Okay, and the x's cancel out. So x equals 12. Okay, not too shabby. Remember, you want to get one fraction on the left and one fraction on the right. And in order to add your fractions, you have to have the same denominators. Okay? So let's jump down here and do number 6. Number 6 is like the ones on your assignment. So we have one fraction on the left and two fractions on the right. Here I have a denominator of 8 and a denominator of 4. So I'm going to multiply these by 2 over 2. That will give me a denominator of 8. So I can combine the terms on the right. So 3 over 8 plus distribute 2x minus 10 over 8. Now that I have my same denominators, I can combine my like terms. So 2x minus 7. A positive 3 plus a negative 10 is a negative 7 over 8. So now I have one fraction on the left and one fraction on the right. I can cross multiply. Okay, so however it is that you have to do it, get one fraction on the left and one fraction on the right. So 8 times x plus 3 equals 6 times 2x minus 7. Okay, distribute. 8x plus 24 equals 12x minus 42. And we distribute into here. Okay, we'll bring our 8x over to this side. Minus 8x over here gives me a 4x. Okay, I'm going to add 42 to both sides. That's 66. So when I divide both sides by 4, 66 divided by 4 is 16.5. So x is 16.5. Okay, hopefully that helps and you're able to do this paper today. Remember, whenever we're trying to solve rationals with x's in the denominator, make one fraction on the left and have it equal one fraction on the right side of your equal sign. Because once that's true, you can cross multiply to solve for x. Okay, any questions? I'll be back tomorrow and I can answer them then. All right, see you later.